Hey everybody, it's the 13th. It's 4 o'clock. Sorry about the noise, I got my heat on. It's freezing, man. It's raining, I got a chill I can't get rid of. This video is just going to be about... Sorry. I was given understanding about a couple different things, and then after this I have to redo my video, my testimony about heaven. It's being pushed on me to do it. I don't know if he's trying to help me feel better, or if... I don't know why, but I'm doing it. Yesterday, Liz called me or texted me, and it turned into a fight, of course. As soon as everything was fine, and then she said something about my kid not having a father, and I reminded her of what happened, that she chose to leave, that in an instant she went from calm to attack, which just proves the psychology behind it again. As soon as I mention any truth to her, she attacks. Started accusing me of cheating on her with somebody that I talked to. And now I never hid nothing from this girl, ever. And when I was talking to this lady, one of our sisters, Liz knew. First words out of her mouth. What happened? Did what's-her-face husband find out? Because she knows that's the one thing that upsets me the most, because I've never cheated. She was my wife. She was the only person that mattered to me. Like, I told her every thought, breath, move, action, everything that I ever did, I told her. She knew more about me than anybody I've ever been with. And she automatically went into attack mode. They're using her to try to get to me. It just so happens that every time I post a video where I'm going through it about her, within an hour or so I get a text from her. Because they call her. They know that I'm weak. Concerning her, they call her, give her a trigger, boom, text me. This has happened 3 or 4 times now. It's not a coincidence. They're messing with my videos. The other day, my one video said I had 1 view, 4 comments. The video about the rapture, I can't see the comments. I click on my phone, it says 5 comments. Won't let me open it. Going on the computer, no comments. I just watched the movie. Oh, and yesterday. Listen, this stuff with my son. I was sitting on the porch and there's this cloud that looks suspiciously like an angel. And I was told that my son has a very high place in heaven. That he was honored for what he did. Now, me being me, I could take this stuff. My son went into the dentist office with his mommy and daddy and left with people that he didn't know. And was held for 2 weeks or 12 days and went through hell 24 hours a day. Now, I could take that. I read my whole life. I spent my whole life in prison, 13 years. So I read a lot. Like, the only way to get out of jail is in your head. So I could imagine the most horrible situations. And I could take those situations and use it to push him, our father, down. And within a week, I'd be out kicking in doors on crack houses and getting shot at for robbing people. One of the undeniable proofs I have that this comes from our fathers, because I can't picture it. It's not allowed. When I get upset thinking about it, I start to get an image of my son, and then wham, a wall goes up, because our father doesn't want me to know my son did something horribly. Horribly, horribly. He cried for his mommy. I don't know if he cried for his mommy, actually. He cried for his, let's just say he did. He cried for his mommy and daddy every day, 24 hours a day, until they sent him home. I'm positive. 100%. I was sitting on that porch looking up at the sky, and I was told, it was impressed upon me, that my son, that there was a rejoicing in heaven because of what he did. I can't talk about that. It's really hard, but I don't want to. And the stuff with Liz, I find more and more, man, and constantly, every time I turn around. Let's change subjects. The video from the scariest movie ever is about serial killers and a satanic cult connection. I told you that Liz said there was something that smelled like death around that couch. The day she called me down to jump a battery that wasn't dead, they came to the house because there was objects in this house. If I would have thought to look, I would have found it. I'm still going to look because I think they missed something for some reason. I don't know why. This cop that was investigating this serial killer stuff with the Satanists found a pentagram in his carpet, and his son woke up blind. It felt like something was inside of him tearing him apart. I was given understanding about this. I was in jail with Hugo Zielinski. The newspaper made him out to be, oh, he was only whacking drug dealers, and like 13 different bodies. They found evidence. They found evidence of a mother and a child. He wasn't just killing them just because they were drug dealers and he wanted to get high. When he got caught, this goes into my testimony about heaven. The night he escaped from the county prison, we were on the 5th floor. He pushed his cellie out the window and climbed down these sheets, man. Go search it. Luzerne County Correctional Facility, Hugo Zielinski. This dude he pushed out the window was an Iraq veteran who went goofy because of the war and stole quads, and Hugo pushed him out that freaking window. I was walking to that cell that night, and I was stopped. It was like I hit a wall. Boom. And in my head, I saw, if I turned that corner into that cell, I was going to get it in the neck. Hugo was standing there with a shiv waiting. I was walking down the tier and hit a wall. Instantly, I had to turn around. When he got caught, he said, if I'm going, everybody's going. And he was acquitted of his first 2 bodies. He escaped from the county prison, and 3 days later turned himself in. He was one of them. When he said that if I go, everybody's going, and I know people who are in power and all this other stuff, the media covered that part. That part went away. And I assumed it was because of the mob here and the corruption with the judges. It's not. He was whacking people for the Masons and the Illuminati in Wilkes-Barre. Killing them, sacrificing them in his backyard, burning them. He was going to call somebody's graduation party the day they raided him, and the dog's running around with arm bones in its mouth. He was burning people in a pit right in the yard and was going to cook over them. That's what he is. I've looked into his eyes. I watched him almost kill a dude on the 5th floor. He had this dude's neck going back. He was going to break this kid's neck. The guards came in, took the black kid to the hall. Hugo got 3 days lockup in his cell. He was going to kill him right there, right in front of everybody. He had him in this, he was in a split. He had the kid in a headlock and was going back. The kids, I was on the top tier like this. I screamed, there goes another one. He was one of these Illuminati whackers, whatever you want to call them. It's real, man. They're everywhere. What else was I given understanding about? Oh, one other thing. One of the things me and my Eli used to do was he'd help me heat my coffee. Because I drink coffee all day. He would come over and press the buttons and press start and open the door. Just about a week before Liz left, he didn't know how to work the microwave. And this was our morning thing. Me and my son, every day I woke up, he'd run over and open the thing and press the button and press the numbers, and all of a sudden he forgot how to work the microwave. Because they forgot to teach him how. I'm going to post my videos about heaven. It's going to be probably 3 parts. I'll try and make it like 10. But I have to give the history of what my life was to get to where I was. And it's important. I was laying in bed before, and tears started rolling down my eyes because I could see it all again. He's pushing it up inside of me for a purpose. And plus, I'm sick of these subjects, man. Like, I don't like thinking about the stuff with my wife. I don't like thinking that I left my 2-year-old son at the dentist office and he was taken out of there in that car that the guy moved away from me so I couldn't see the blankets and everything in his car, and was tortured. Every torture that you could think of, my son endured to bring this message to you guys. He's a hero. He's honored. I saw it clear as day. I gotta take a break and I'll do this stuff about heaven. Jesus Christ is God and He is coming. And if you don't know Him, you better start. Get on your knees and ask. All He wants to do is forgive you. And you're gonna need Him because the whole world's about to go to shit. Prophetic Mantle said the other day that the stench of the sin has reached God's nostrils. I walked out into my yard the other day. It was like I was walking through ick. There's no other way to put it. The sin was so overwhelming that the earth is revolting. We read about it in the Bible, but to actually walk through my yard and just feel this most disgusting, horrible, nasty, vile, it was like walking through ick. I don't know how, it was emanating from the earth. I was walking through it. It almost made me sick. Imagine how our Father feels, and imagine just how much they are doing that is unseen to cause that much. That's how bad it is. So this stuff with me about my son and them killing him in clones, it's real, because nothing else could create that much sin. Homosexuality, false religions, murder, mayhem, crime. No. It's because they're murdering children by the millions. And just popping a new one back. Boom, there you go. Oh, by the way, in a couple months, they might get possessed. So I'd keep all the sharp objects somewhere safe. It's sick, man. Sick beyond sick. The world is revolting. God has a controversy with the inhabitants of the earth. The earth itself is sick of it. It's His creation. He created it. God is in everything. When I saw heaven, this light shined out of every blade of grass, every leaf, everything that was of our Father has His essence in it, because it's Him. So the earth, the sin is soaking into the earth, and it's of our Father. Our Father is revolting. Think about that. I got it in my head, but I can't put it out right. Alright. I have to do these videos about heaven because I need to get off this. I can't keep thinking about this stuff. I love you guys. God bless.